Yeah. But one last thing before we get out of here. Uh, some disgusting news out of NASCAR today. Really disappointing. The Geico 500 at Talladega was supposed to be today. It ended up being postponed and then later delayed or delayed rather, and then later postponed. So it'll be to Monday at 3 p.m. But that is a small potato story from what is coming out of Bubba Wallace's garage, where a noose was discovered this afternoon, and that is just disgusting and gross and really sad for the sport of NASCAR.
It is an absolutely despicable act of racism that was done. Brett, you and I actually had to come back and re record our ending to this episode because we had recorded our NASCAR, and then once we had finished, found out that this had happened. NASCAR is releasing an immediate full investigation to find out who did this. Bubba Wallace put out a rather strong statement where at the end he quoted his mother, who said, "They're just trying to scare you." He put out a very poignant statement. I encourage everyone to go read it. It's on his Twitter account, but an absolutely disgusting, despicable, horrid act, and it also brings to light that while there was weather delays that were going on today, there was a plane that flew over Talladega with a Confederate flag that said "Defund NASCAR." It's disgusting.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's just blatant racism, and it's gross. Like, to be honest, there's no place for this in America. And I've always personally thought of sports as like, it's never anything about color or anything like that. It's just like competing against people. And obviously, you and I are both white, so we don't deal with this as other people do. But uh, I mean, just you always think of sports as almost like a safe haven, and it's just sad that when racism crosses over, it's just gross, like you said, despicable. I think you summed it up well.
And
And just not for anything else other than I just want to support this guy. I'm definitely going to be backing him tomorrow at the sports book. Just, I mean, I can't reach out to him personally, so it's just I'm going to show some support and definitely be a big Bubba Wallace fan tomorrow, or excuse me, Monday at 3 p.m.
I absolutely support that as well. This is it's just so sad to see. I mean, a noose, it is obvious racism, the historical context that a noose portrays and has in this country. There's no reason to put that in the garage of the only black driver of NASCAR, besides to make a racial statement like that. It shows how blatant this still is, how prevalent it still is, and the work that does still need to be done, and why what is going on right now is going on. It's just a prime example of what everyone has been saying out on the streets right now. But like you said, Brett, you're going to put your money on Bubba Wallace tomorrow. I may find myself doing the same thing. We have a few more bets. You mentioned them when we first recorded this. Just give those out again one more time.
Yeah, and real quickly before I do that, you mentioned NASCAR statement and the news was in the garage. Like, I'm hopeful that there are security cameras at the garage, so it'll be pretty
Absolutely.
easy investigation. Like, to I don't know if it was an employee, if someone somehow got into the garage. Like, I don't know who it is, but that person should never ever be allowed back anywhere. Like, just stay home and get the fuck out of here.
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
but yeah, I did play some bets Sunday for the race. I was on Jimmy Johnson to finish in the top 10 plus 135, Kyle Busch plus 350 to finish in the top 3, Keselowski plus 250 to finish in the top 3, and Keselowski plus 750 to win. Um, kind of feels meaningless at this point, but those are some bets I was on earlier today, and then obviously they will carry over to the Monday race. So you have that as well.
Yes, and Brett, like you had also mentioned, you and I may also find ourselves on Bubba Wallace in some form. I'm not sure how I will be betting him, but I probably will as well. If I do, I'll put that out on our social media. Follow us at NBB Pod on Twitter, at Next Best Bet on Instagram, and the Next Best Bet Facebook page. Also, we're finally posting some videos right now, so make sure to follow our YouTube channel as well. Subscribe to that. Next Best Bet on YouTube.